Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 47 of Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. You want to see the mug mess with my green screen? I don't have a green drink right now. So for now, I'm just setting up one as an experiment. So Harvie on, Harvie sad, because the plant underneath it does not have... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have planted that because that's not a device port hydroponic bay. So I'm going to kill this potato. Sorry, Mr. Potato. You have to die. Oh, no, you don't have to die. All right, so the device port hydro bay. So this now has a data port on the back. I know I'm keeping it hidden, but I wanted it in the back so that we didn't have to look at it. And then this will run a cable up. Ew, in the window? Ugh, I don't like that design at all, but whatever. To the same network as the Harvie. You know what? I'm gonna run the cables down instead. A little bit more elegant. So if I end up using a bunch of Harvies, I'm probably gonna need a bunch of transformers or something like that, so that I can keep the Harvie networks separated. Because they get really messy if you don't separate them out. All right, so there's power to be picked up here. And data. So I'm gonna run the experiment of doing this once, and then if it works, I'll work towards you know, setting it up for more. So now we've got a potato. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Let's go get a computer with a IC housing and IC chip. And we'll just let this this little potato here grow. It would make sense to maybe have a grow light. But let's also, before I do that, see how much power this draws to see if it's going to be a problem using the small watt cables. No, I don't think it's going to be a problem. The Harvie's only 10 watts. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll be fine. Are these... Oh, okay. So, yeah. Our valve system is working. These digital valves here are off right now because we've reached temperature. And as a result... There is no gas flow between this and my coolant line. And then if the temperature rises above 303.15, which currently it is not, then the valves engage and it cools me down. So the wattage of the Harvie's only 10 watts, which it seems ridiculously low to me, but maybe it's because it's idle or something. I don't know. All right, let's also I got to figure out why I'm not getting more carbon dioxide. Because it was only like 88 kPa in there. That shutter door makes you think of rust. Yeah, me too. I can put my propellant back in. Yeah, my carbon dioxide line has carbon dioxide in it. There's something weird happening with my my pressure regulators. I don't know what it is, but it's bugging me. They're just not working right. All right, so we're gonna need a computer. I'm gonna make another computer. I know I have one outside. doing the trade stuff, but I'm gonna want redundant computers. Let's put these liquid pipes away. All right, so there's my computer, and then I'm also gonna want housing. IC housing. Print one up. Can you connect a pressure regulator directly to a vent without spacing? Maybe you can't. I thought you could, but maybe you can't, and that's the problem I'm running into. Where am I going to put this computer? Maybe downstairs. I'll... Here? I don't know. Well, we'll set that up for a second. In a second. Yeah, what I could do is I could add in 2 more pipes to see if that makes a difference. But I actually pointed my Atmo analyzer at the passive vent, and it said the passive vent had gas, but that could have been gas backflow. I don't know. All right, we're also gonna need an IC chip. And then what else we're gonna need? We're gonna need a IC motherboard. Where'd other pipe go? Oh, it became gray. All right, so here's 2 to maybe fix it. Taking a look at my water. No, it hasn't changed temperatures. I'll check again tomorrow to see if the external, if that's a problem. All right, and there's the chip, and then the Mobo. Inti mother, no, IC editor. Okay. Well, before I do any of the IC, let's make sure that the gas flow works. There's no point in setting up an automated Harvie if the gas flow is broken. Should be pretty easy to fix, though. I'll just add 1 more pipe. And that potato must be growing because there's a little bit of O2. Kit tanks can hold more than the pipes can hold, so the kit tanks effectively can hold an infinite amount of gas because your pipes will blow out before the kit tanks ever do. Yeah, I feel like this isn't done right, so let me fix this. Bloink. Although you'd figure it would be flashing an error at me, right? Localized pressure here should be higher than... I don't know. Alright, now they have pipes, if that makes a difference. Yeah, I see airflow now. Hopefully the pressure's going up. So here's my little tater. And as you can see, the Harvie is happy. So yeah, this farm seems to work. The only other problem that I'm gonna have with this farm is I have to make sure that this farm is never has so many plants that it's too hot that it like can't self-regulate. So let's just put the computer here because I think this IC coating is going to be somewhat of a temporary thing. The housing won't be, but the computer itself will be. So screwdriver. It's crazy to think that in the future when we're colonizing Venus, computers are this damn big. Do I even have enough cables? Nope. I'm a potato. Speaking of potatoes. I don't have enough cables. I'll be back. A floating tusk? Yeah, she's right here. Come here. Come here, float tusk. Hi. You want to hold hands? Hey. Hey, pup. She is an awesome dog. Alright, my battery's filled back up. Cable? Silver, Constantin, iron. You know what? I'm tired of my filters dying, so I'm gonna make myself some good filters. I'm only gonna make one. I think one ought to suffice. See about the duration that one gets me. All right, let me update my current project to setting up a Harvie. Because for all intents and purposes, my greenhouse fully works now. Alright, so there's the medium filter versus the small filters here. How's my water? Yeah, let me get water. Hey, Blind Fox. Thanks for the bits. Let me read what you said. Watch your streams after the fact for a long time. Schedules never matched up. Build some sort of living quarters as a project. That's actually what I'm working on right now. Sort of. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm working on right now. What I'm working on right now is I'm separating my greenhouse from the rest of the base so that it can breathe normally in the rest of the base. Because that was the real goal, is a breathable base. And then stemming from the breathable base was like, all right, well, if I want to breathe in the base, I need a greenhouse. Now, setting up sleeper pods and suit stuff would have to be a submitted goal that gets voted on, but I'm happy to do that. You know, okay, I guess it is 89 kPa, but like, what is going on with this pressure regulator? I don't feel like it's regulating at all. Like, I don't feel that there's gas coming out. You know what I could do? I'm gonna use my Atmo analyzer. Come on. Just one window. There it is. Alright, so there's 90 kPa in that pipe. What if I just, like, cranked it to bajillions? I don't feel like it's not really flowing out. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. So this pipe network here has 2.3 MPa of carbon dioxide. It's like this thing isn't on. Maybe I should just try to restart. Yeah, there's enough CO2. This has a lot of pressurized CO2. So there's a lot of CO2 available for the pressure regulator to push out, and just isn't. Or at least not within like human time frames. I mean, another thing that I could do is a volume pump with so if this gets frustrating, the problem with the volume pumps draw a lot of power, like a lot of power. So setting up with a volume pump might brown out my my cables. But I don't know. It's getting to a point where it's just like so frustrating. All right, so let's set up the IC housing. I set that up here. And you hope it's not an insulated pipe thing? I don't think it's an insulated pipe thing. I hope not. I think it's just like moving really, really slowly. That's or at least my hope. Okay, so we have the housing, we have the computer. Import, or edit rather. Library. Cows are evil. I think he's mentioned some, so you can see stuff that I've written in the past. Well, we're gonna use the batch Harvie, I think. So this is what MIPS looks like. Define slots. I should do 1. So this is the code. It's like, here's display and growth and sensors, and these are all part of the what are they called? The IC slots. And then this is what it's doing. Sleeping, measuring yields, stuff like that. All right, confirm. And then export to the chip. And then you'll know that the chip works when there is byte data written to it, which is here. All right, turn that off. And now, why are you sad? Oh, because it has unfavorable lighting. You know, there's such a thing is called nighttime, Mr. Harvie, right? Okay, so over here, what is this supposed to be set up as? Hold on, I gotta look this up, because it's been a while since I used it. Guides. I think it's in guides. Harvie. No guides on Harvies. Weird. Because that's where I found this code. Who wrote it? D2. Okay, 1 second. I think it should be in the workshop, not guide. Harvie. Batch Harvie, there it is. Oh, maybe it's not batch Harvie that I need. It would be... All right, let's just use Cows Are Evil's Harvie controller. Let's do that one instead, because I have that guide up. So import, overwrite, and confirm, and then export to the chip. Okay. It's weird. It should actually be reading errors. Straight up, don't understand why it's not. So with this code, with the Cows Are Evil, if you're using it, you can find it on the Stationeers. Well, here, I'll just link it. But you can find it here. Search text Harvie. The D0 would be Hydroponics Device 1. So let's name this. Hydroponics Device 1 and Harvie Well, Harvie 1. So D0, which is this here, would be set to hydroponics device 1, and then D3 would be set to Harvie 1. And now I see the code that's written on this chip is running that Harvie, but because the potato's not ready for harvest, doesn't really matter. I also don't have shoots yet, so let's get some shoots. If that's Cowser Evil's program, it's nice. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to leave this computer here just in case we need it for troubleshooting. But, yeah, here's the code again. And we'll take a look at it. We can look at it a little bit longer. It's aliasing hydroponics tray to Z0, aliasing the Harvies to 3, 4, 5, the other trays to 1, 2, and then it's checking to see if the trays are there or whatever. And then it goes through. I don't even know what these are. What it's doing is making sure it has the right ratio. It has water. It has temperature, so on and so forth. So the other thing I'm going to need to do is a chute up top. I might also want a grow light, so the Harvie is happier. I know it's a greenhouse with like lights or whatever, but we can do one additional grow light, just as a test. Yeah, this one handles 3 Harvies and trays per chip. Some more, some less. But but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just growing like 3 potatoes, 3 soy, 3 ferns, and then the rest of the farm filled up with stuff that won't have Harvies. So what was I doing? I was setting up a grow light, which might be on this. Grow light. And then we're going to need shoots. I also might have shoots printed up down below. Wow, grow lights take a while. For what is effectively just a light. Yep, I do have 8 shoots. 8 shoots might be enough. And to test it... Now, I'm going to set it up so that, like, the Harvie just spits potatoes out. Like a tuber cannon, a potato cannon. But then, if the proof of concept works, I can set it up so it's a little bit more elegant, where it like puts the potatoes into a vending machine or something like that. Because vending machines kind of, they have a very huge capacity, and then if I want to, I can pull out the vending machines and I can pull out the potatoes out of the vending machine whenever I want and feed them back into the intaker. Or have a closed system. I don't know. The problem with the closed loop is that eventually you'll end up with so many potatoes it chokes. But, like, is that a bad thing? I don't know. Like, having so many potatoes, you don't know what to do with them. Could you open? So, is the pressure actually going up? Yeah, it's up to 90 now. I would say it's, like, going up or whatever. Okay, so here's the spare potatoes. Let's set up the grow light first. I'm just going to very crudely set up the grow light like this, just to get it on and working. And then once we prove the concept, we can make everything more elegant. Just Alright, so now it should be favorable because we have a grow light. As you can see, that grow light casts a sort of, well, I mean, you can see the grow light. The next question is, what is the power draw of said grow light? I was thinking it. I'm sure you were thinking it, because that's kind of important to know. And the grow light's 70 watts. That's not too bad. Regular lights are like 50 watts. So that light right there is a 50 watt light. So not that big of a deal. All right, I'm going to do a shoot window. And then just to keep this so very basic, this is just going to be a shoot outlet. Well, a shoot, let's do a shoot window again, and then a shoot outlet. So it's going to rain potato on me when it works. And we'll make it more sophisticated. And this over here will be a shoot bin, but shoot bins will require power, which is fine. There's the power. All right, so potatoes in, thunk. Wire it up. Oh, and here it goes. It's harvesting the potatoes. Oh, there it goes. It's harvesting all the potatoes. I guess the code worked. Also means that I'm going to need to set up considerably more Harvie stuff. So the last part of this, right? As you can see, the Harvie harvested all 3 potatoes. Here they are, 1, 2, 3. And now I have potatoes in the hopper, and it will replant one of those 9 potatoes I put in the hopper, and it will just continue to wait until it's fully grown, and then harvest and replant. So it is a hands-off farming approach. Yeah. Rock on, Wayne. The next question I have for you all is a pretty simple one. How many plants do you want me to automate? So, let me poll for that. And I'm going to have it within reason. How many plants do you want me to Harvie? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm not going to go more than 12. Because that's a pretty considerable setup. It should be in batches of 3. Matt Damon needed that? Yeah, he did. He did. Okay, I am out of Electrum. Am I really out of Electrum? Yeah, I might be out of Electrum. Yeah, alright. I'm truly out of Electrum. Well, I have some silver. What else are the Harvie's going to need? So it looks like you only want me to set up 3 of them. That's totally fine. Harvie. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to quick get some Electrum. Why the hell is my airlock cycled to the outside? The pole broke? Oh. Alright. So, yeah, let me redo it. So it looks like you guys wanted 9, which makes sense, because soy, potatoes, ferns, I'm guessing, would be the combination. Yeah, the pole is just straight broken. I see you all. All right, forget using these poles. I don't know what's going on with that. That is very, very strange. How many plants to automate? There you go. I'm using Twitch polling because methinks that that it broke. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what was going on. Is you were typing 3, and it was not. It was yeah. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't realize that the poll even worked that way, so that's actually very fascinating to me. So if I spelled it out as THREE, it would have worked fine. So the question is, should you plant ferns in the livable area to make the O2 for the O2, or will that matter? So my plan is to, right now we already are doing atmo sipping. So I'll prove that. If I turn off this, I'm not doing atmo sipping actually, so I don't want to prove it. Once the farm pressurizes, once the farm pressurizes, we're going to be skimming oxygen from the farm. Okay, so it looks pretty clearly that you guys want me to automate a whole bunch. So I'm going to need a batch of electrum, a batch of silicon to automate it. So if you have me automating 9 plants, that will be 3 different species of plants. Yeah. Yeah, let me cycle my waste. Cycle my air. And eat a tuber. Drink some water. Getting ready to go out and go mining. Eat another tuber. And I can always do just like a whole big batch of potatoes, and then if it's not a closed loop, I can switch out the crops whenever I want. I'm not bound to necessarily do only the same 3 crops, because I can choose what seeds to put in the intake, and change it up, of course. Mining drill. You know what, mining drill? Let's put you on heavy power. I have this extra heavy battery. I think I'm all squared away. So I need silicon, gold, and silver. The next question is, how complex should the chute system be? Simple, moderate, complex, closed. So the simple would be, I don't even know. I'll have to figure out how I even interpret that, because I'm not even sure how I interpret that. But essentially, how long do you want me to spend tinkering with like chute systems for the settings? So complex would be like a very intricate closed loop system that forever increases planting, and then has some sort of like stacker with AI logic that says, you know, if you exceed certain amount, dump to like a vending machine or something like that with junctions. It would take me a long time. Moderate would be something like, oh, I didn't load this chunk. Okay, there it goes. Yeah. And then moderate would be just, probably like a chute to vending machine type system. Something like that. And then simple would be basically what I have now, which would be the bare minimum to have it running. And then once this is set up, oh, and let me update my my current project. Once I have this set up, I will change the gas mix of the base from carbon dioxide to oxygen so that I can start breathing. And then I'll be taking on projects for whatever time I have left. I usually, for these Stationeer streams, go well over time, though. I think is the tradition. The call of the just one more turn. I answer that call because I enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's your fault, not mine. Alright, I'll try for 150 gold and then 150 silver. There's 150 gold. My green screen might fail, but give me one sec. For me to be able to see the mining stuff at night, there's too much glare for... Actually, my green screen seems to be holding up. Sometimes when there's not enough light on the green screen, it starts to get all weird. So let's go with a moderate setup. That's, I'll be honest, what I was hoping it was going to be, more or less. So a moderate setup would be a bunch of chutes leading to like a vending machine that I can interact with, or some sort of hopper. Was Crash, are you here? Because I know you were trying to figure this out. Do you guys have a suggestion for the best sort of hopper setup? Yeah, as you can see, the green screen starts to fall apart without that extra light. And now, it's gone. Not that it's a big problem, but... Okay. Input off. So Electrum is what, 2.4 MPa? Oh, not that stack. Two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're getting a little pressurized there. My back pressure is kind of failing. As long as it's under 10, it should be all right. All right, how much? It's processed all the silver, now it's processing the gold. Let's increase the output to reduce the pressure. Hold. Electrum. Perfect. Beautiful. So easy to do. Not fully automated, but I made it myself and all out of IC chips, so there's something to be said for that. All right, so that's allow for flow, and we're good. There's all my Electrum. Oh, you know what I didn't get is silicon. Faster than the Arc, that's for sure. Yeah, and also it makes alloys. Arc can never make alloys. Arc can only make elements. All right, silicone. And then we'll start printing up the Harvies. And we're printing 8 more Harvies. And then we're also going to need more IC chips and a lot more cabling and all that stuff. Another question I want to ask you all is, what should I work on first? Breathable base or additional Harvies? The breathable base is a pretty quick fix, but it's up to you if you want me to finish my current project or which is to add the Harvies and a vending machine or however I set it up as, or if you want me to switch gears briefly and then circle back to doing this, switching gears to a breathable base so that I start cycling out the carbon dioxide out of the base and cycling in oxygen. That was just a bait. Wow, breathable base, overwhelming numbers. And then once the base is breathable, that is the bare minimum threshold for me to call the project done. And then I'll ask the question of, do you want me to set up more? Well, no, you already voted that you want me to set up 9 Harvies. So then I'd set up 9 Harvies and maybe some additional plants that don't run on Harvies, just for additional oxygen. It really depends on how much oxygen I need. Plus, I could, well, I guess there's no oxide on Venus, so that's not so much a solution. Come on, silicon, where are you? Cobalts. Oh, that looked like silicon. Just a single thing of it, though. Lame. Well, I'll keep letting you vote, because I think it's fun to see how many people want a breathable base. Nope. Again, just a single little node of silicon. I need to start, like... Well, yeah, we'll get there eventually. I was going to say the mining glasses would be nice, but that requires me to make a lot of the alloys that I don't currently have. And that, in itself, should be its own goal. That's ice. Yeah, 2 plants supplies enough for 1 player, but it's not. In this case, it has to supply for a base, not a player, because if I'm going to do an ox mix for a breathable base, I need enough oxygen for the base to pressurize, or the gas mixer, because if I run out of oxygen, obviously the gas mixer won't mix. So the way the gas mixers work in this game is it just mixes 2 different gases at whatever percents. And if your gases that you're mixing are the same temperature, then it will be, because that matters too. Then it will be roughly that mix of moles. So I'm getting again into chemistry. But yeah, 2 gases at the same temps at like a 50-50 mix will be mixing the moles at 50-50 mix. But if they're not at the same temperature, then it gets that equation gets thrown off significantly. How expensive are our Harvies again? $5 silicon a piece, and I need 9, so I have enough silicon now already, but I don't want to run so low on silicon. I should just come out here and do some day mining. I mean, I know that my waste tank would be sad, and I could print up smart tanks at some point, but being able to see what I'm mining would be really, really nice. Oh, this chunk hasn't loaded yet. Come on, chunk. Here, let me fly away and fly back. Yeah, plants barely take water. They take a tiny fraction of the water I drink. I drink so much more water than the plants do. And then where does that water go? I have no idea. I have no idea. My dude deletes water. There we go. Finally, a silicon node. Oh. No. No thanks. Let's go under the horizon. I feel like Riddick. But honestly, that sun is ridiculous. I like how it can eat. Just like, eat and drink. Hey, Epic Cook. Thanks for the resub. One of the very few tier 3 subs. Alright, so I have all the silicon, but clearly a breathable base is winning. So I'm going to quickly set up the breathable base, but speaking of hydration, I need to go do the opposite, so give me 1 sec. I'm glad I came back to a not exploded base. It always is a pleasure. Silicon. Yep. I'm just gonna smelt the silicon and then I'll work on the breathable base. Just might as well get this fed in. I could even make a batch of steel. I'm gonna do it. Just because I have the materials. Alright, all smelted? Yep. Alright, the chamber is getting a little pressurized. Nothing to be too concerned about, but I might need to manage that. Pull the mold. I might need to, what I probably need to do is, for this furnace, is to set up a way to dump the tank with a switch. Because right now I can dump the, if this gets too pressurized, I can dump the pressure with a switch, but I can't dump the tank with a switch. So I need a volume pump that runs from here to here. And then I can dump tank pressure if I need, which I think I don't need to tell you it would be a great idea for me to have the ability to do. All right, there's the little batch of steel. It's actually not that little. Does this have steel in it? Yes. Does this have steel in it? No. All right, let's make the base breathable. So let me update my project. Make the main base breathable. So this is pretty simple. What I'm going to be doing is, let's first turn off the logic writer. So I'm not fighting. There it is. I'm not fighting the logic writer in its desire to reprogram this thing. Next up, I'm going to take out these propellant tanks. These propellant tanks are going to be flushed back into the base. I'll put the empty tanks over there because these propellant tanks have carbon dioxide in them, which is no longer going to be a gas we we put into the base anymore. And that also is true for my own propellant tank. My propellant tank ideally should be gas mix. Then the next question here, or the next task rather, is... Alright, so the tank fillers cannot hold gas on their own. That's good. Alright. I think how I'm going to set this up is... I'm going to save first, just in case this goes sour. Check all my Atma filters? Yeah, I could do that. Good. Nitrogen is sad. Very empty. Alright, let's make 2 medium nitrogen filters. And while we're at it, battery. I keep hitting my head on that thing. Oxygen is totally dead. What would I like to be done to the base? I would like to satisfy the viewers. I think if I'm making the base breathable, what makes a lot of sense would be to get a suit rack and maybe a spare suit. I'd also like to make tier 2 alloys so I could get some of the benefits of having that advanced furnace, because so far I really haven't benefited because I haven't really made anything with the tier 2 alloys. So there's a lot of things that I would do, but all right. Well, now that those filters have been replaced, I'm also probably gonna want a carbon dioxide filter, a heavy one, or 2, or medium one rather. Let me put my old carbon dioxide filters. I'm gonna put all of them in there. We'll just sell them all. Yeah, that means I was dumping O2 outside. Yeah, I know. I could have alarms on this stuff, but with medium filters, it's not going to run out annoyingly fast anymore. Okay, I'm gonna run out of silver just about. Oh, well, congrats on your Wi-Fi upgrade, Cheecham 97. So my suit has carbon dioxide filters that will last me like 100 hours now. Maybe not 100, but how long do medium filters last? They last pretty long. Pretty long time. Hey, Ekim DeBrave. Greetings. Greetings to you. All right, so there, carbon dioxide filters are in. So now, let me save again. I'll just overwrite that last save. Let's make the base breathable. Medium filters are 2 hours, yeah, so that's a whole lot of hours of stuff. So what I'm hoping to do here is delete the gas that was in there. I don't know if that worked exactly the way I had planned, but we'll check. Yep, pipe network 0. There's nothing in there. Okay, cool. And we're still using the old weird ballast system that I have here, but it's fine. I already have IC logic for it, so, or logic for it, not IC logic. So now, yep, there should be nothing in there. The back pressure regulator has nothing to regulate pressure with, but that's fine. That's intended. So the next thing we need to do is to rip out rip out the gas mixing for carbon dioxide and put it in for oxygen. Oh, I did that in the wrong order, but it shouldn't really matter. It just, I might have deleted some carbon dioxide, but that's not that much of a problem. All right, so there's the new carbon dioxide line. I'm gonna need to have grab some white pipes in a second. Put that down. I would grab white pipes from here, but it would delete oxygen, so I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna go outside and paint these pipes white. But let's use our tablet to make sure that everything looks right. Carbon dioxide looks right. Nitrogen looks right. Oxygen looks right. Yep, everything's good. Yeah, I deleted some CO2, and the planet's 93% CO2, so it's not gonna kill me. Let's get my white paint. I'm also gonna need more pipes, but I have a lot of pipes down here, if memory serves. I do. All right. Oh, this could have been turned off like years ago. Whoopsie. Okay, all these old filters I can chuck into the robo vendor. Weird. Okay. And back in we go. Hey, Yoda, you want to say hi to everybody? No? Thank you for tuning in to Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep it in mind that the Twitch series has since ended. If you would like to catch live streams of mine, Rhadamant.com has my countdown timer to upcoming streams and a schedule for video releases. If you want a link to that, it can be found in the description. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or some upcoming streams. Farewell.